Hi guys, so let's get on with, the story. Alright now. Now hold on for just a minute. There we go. That should take it, that should, get everybody else, that should leave chat nice and open so I can read it. Sorry about that. Alright now. That Princess versus Snow, alright now. Alright now, let me just see what Inaben's saying. Versus Snow Queen, yes, that's correct. Alright now, shall I begin? Indumati traveled far into the icy depths of the mountains and entered the cold halls of the Snow Queen's crystalline icy palace. The Snow Queen's victims, men, women, and children, many whom she had taken from their homes and families, all who had their lives stolen by her cold frozen lips. All who had their lives, all who had their life stolen from, all who had their lives stolen by her, frozen like absolute popsicles in horror all around her palace, like they were trophies to her. And that is why Indumati came, because a young child just asked their friend to just wanted their friend back, who had gotten a bit of a mirror shard in their eye due to the blizzard that the Snow Queen showed up in and was snatched. Unfortunately, Indumati found him frozen. Indumati was saddened by this, but resolved to end this so that it wouldn't happen again. The Snow Queen, however, walked down the halls, her snowflake soldiers having alerted her of an intruder. Hey, Yenny. Alright, now, hold on for a minute. The Snow Queen said to Indumati as Indumati realized what was coming. As with each step the Snow Queen took, made ice form into beautiful, flowery geometric patterns. Aren't they beautiful? All pristine, preserved, perfect. Ranch and no, I'm not Cool Ranch, and you're about to see that I do not use Cool Ranch powers, okay? Or at least you're about to mention it, I guess. Then Indumati then retorted, clearly not having it. For the horror of the people, from the horror of the people being frozen against their will was for the horror of people being frozen against their will was something she couldn't accept. You turned them into popsicles. The Snow Queen, however, remained unmoved as the coldest permafrost and said, "They are now like my world and my special little snowflakes now. Beautiful, pure, perfect." And Indumati then responded flatly and cold. The Snow Queen then replied coldly and proudly, like the icy cold analytical insights of reason, which will unleash the great secrets of the universe, which gave me the power to make the mirror of reason, and make so many, including them, see the world truly for what it is, and to love me and be mine forever. Alright, now we got an ad break going on. Uh-oh. People sickles. Of course, phones probably want. Alright, now, whoop, whoa. Alright, now, hold on. Alright, now, people sickles. Well, there definitely are some people sickles. Yeah, that's definitely not good because, that means those people probably are dead. Indumati then responded to this saying, "I think the shard of Bloody Mary's mirror has long since blinded your heart and mind, Snow Queen. However, I wish to remove that shard for you at the request of Yuki, your daughter." Yeah, Yuki's another character, and she is the daughter of the Snow Queen, and, her thing is mostly snow magic, yeah. And if you want to... Alright, now, being dead isn't so bad. I mean, it might be if you're frozen to death and you can't move, and, you had your warmth stolen from you by the loves of the Snow Queen. Which, the Snow Queen is very pretty, but, probably having your warmth stolen from you and being frozen to death probably won't make your death very entertaining, unfortunately. Especially when she wants to keep you as mine, check that bottom line. Anyway, then I'll continue. Alright, I'll continue. The Snow Queen laughed a bit and said arrogantly and coldly, "I am doing all this for perfection, to make this world perfect. That is why I shall drain all that warmth from you, and from the world itself, all to make it as beautiful, perfect, and cold as my little snowflakes. After all, warmth, like emotion, is a weakness holding the world back. Now let me drain away all that warmth from you and make you as perfect as the driven snow. And with that, the Snow Queen aimed her first basic magic art. Alright, now, by the way, alright, now we're getting into true arts now. Here comes the first move. She summoned a magic circle all around. She summoned magic circles all around and fired icy spears every which way. But Indumati dodged. But Indumati, flew by them and flew past them and dodged them all. With ease. The Snow Queen aimed an ice beam at her wings, but Indumati deflected it with a small, well-placed barrier. Indumati then landed in front of her and drew the white moonstaff from her heart. Then Indumati said, "Cowabunga it is then." Cowabunga it is then! We gotta have that, nice sneaky little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. Yeah, Indumati is just recalling, Starlight, Indumati is just recalling her friend Starlight, who's true art is, the true art of movies back in, the media dimension. Alright, now. A fierce ice-cold blizzard blew across the battlefield. Indumati takes her first move and then calls down magic circles that fire out moons like bullet hell that explode into burning red-hot, crescents from deep space in wild, unpredictable patterns of the moon, patterns of moon-shaped bullets. The Snow Queen feels the magic, the heat of the deep space itself. Alright, she dodges and weaves, but one of them grazes her cold cheek despite her best effort. It feels a bit hot at first, but soon cools. She didn't. Alright, the Ice Queen didn't respond. The warmth in her attacks is warm. It's warm, yes, but they will soon cool. They all do in my embrace. At my kiss. It should be no matter at all to defeat you. By the way, I'm not cute. That is false information. I mean, I will accept sexy and awesome and, super cool and all that, but, not cute. I am not cute. That is false information. That's a bunch of false information. Don't trust the skeleton. The skeleton is full of lies and full of stuff and nonsense. Alright, now, next part of the story, yeah? Alright, the cold started to make Indumati feel heavier. Movements slowed and became sluggish against the bitter cold setting in. The Snow Queen returned fire and cast magic circles that had snowflakes in the center. Large giant icicles started to rain down. She then summoned her snowflake soldiers to fly towards Indumati to try and cut into her like freezing ninja stars. Oh no, snowflake shurikens! No, not snowflake shurikens! What is this, Field Day Warriors? Alright, I'm just kidding. I won't dunk on that, too much. Indumati evaded them and meets the Queen in the middle as they... Indumati, evaded around, the falling icicles and the snowflake shurikens. I have molds I can make snowflake shurikens. Oh, that's wonderful, foam. Alright, now. Indumati evades the falling icicles and bats away, the snowflake soldiers along the way and meets the Queen in the middle as they clash. Staff against a wand of ultra cold ice. The Snow Queen then says with a cold but slightly annoyed expression, "Everything, even hearts, freezes at my touch." Indumati, however, is resolute in her conviction, knowing the true problem and wanting to solve it, yet wanting to stay alive too. The mere shard has frozen your hearts and blinded your senses. I don't want to hurt you, only remove it. The Snow Queen sends a wave of ice upwards. Oh no. Right towards Indumati. Oh no. Indumati dodges it quickly, weaving mid-flight to her side and encounters by throwing a blinding flash of lightness, throwing a blinding flash of light of a small moon. Alright, from a small moon that she creates with magic that reflects off the ice, blinding the Snow Queen before aiming a precise moon bullet towards a hard by preaching the Snow Queen's dream space. Oh yeah. Dream space is also a thing in the lore, by the way. Yeah, that's basically people's, inner world, and, Indumati just basically did, like, psychological damage, I guess. Sort of. The Mirror Shard is 20%, alright now. The Moon Shard alright now, the Mirror Shard starts a crack, alright now. The Moon Shard, the Mirror Shard gets a hairline crack that forms, and it... The hairline crack forms in the horrid mirror of Bloody Mary. The Mirror Shard is 20% loosened. Uh-oh. Alright. By the way, what do you think of the story so far? I'm sorry that I keep stumbling over my words. I'm not, like, super confident. I'm sorry. Well, at least you know I'm not using AI. I'm not using AI to tell the story, you can tell. A fire starts to lighten into Indumati's heart. The fire in her burns bright. The cold starts to waver a bit. The Snow Queen grips her wand. The Snow Queen's grip on her wand falters a bit upon noticing this. Then Indumati decides to hold back a little less and fires a moonbeam right towards the Snow Queen. The Snow Queen sets up a reflective barrier to deflect each shot while shooting icicle shots back at Indumati. Then Indumati uses spatial magic in combination with reflective moon magic mirror shields. Alright now, Moon Mirror Shield, I remember that Yu-Gi-Oh card. No, there's no Cool Ranch. Foreign powers activate. No, there's no Cool Ranch powers here, dude. There's no Cool Ranch. Have you seen Cool Ranch in the story? No. There's no Cool Ranch. I do not use Cool Ranch, okay? There is no Cool Ranch powers. Alright now, the reflective moon mirror shields to redirect and deflect the relentless ice cold barrage of each attack coming at her. The Snow Queen aims a frozen coffin spell beneath Indumati's feet, which captures Indumati in a block of ice. Uh-oh. That's not good. The Snow Queen smiles a bit, thinking she's one, saying, I knew it would be a small matter to win. After all, no one can stand against. But she stops herself as she looks in the ice, only to find out that it's just a wooden doll made of leaves and twigs. She exclaims in actual surprise and a bit of panic that quickly sharpens into icy cold resolve. But how did... And then Indumati appears from an illusion in front of the Snow Queen, and she aims a moonlit bullet at the Snow Queen. The Snow Queen tries to set up a reflective barrier, but the shot hit the Mirror Shard in the dream space. The Snow Queen is baffled and exclaims in surprise and anger at this. My perfect reflection, but how? Why? She then realizes that Indumati used spatial magic right as the moonlit bullet was about to hit her reflective barrier to move the attack around the barrier and right towards her dream space. The Snow Queen is surprised, not expecting such a complex yet simple trick. The Snow Queen then responds, I see, it appears you possess some slight skill. However, I think you'll find the cold I carry does not falter so easily to cheap stunts like that. The Mirror Shard is 40% loosened. A fracture starts to form in the Mirror Shard as it weakens. Yeah, there's no Cool Ranch powers now. I do not. Yeah, Indumati's powers are not food-based, okay? Those are different heroes in the lore, okay? And one of them possesses the power of, breakfast, but, their big specialty is, deciding which side the toast falls on. When it falls. Yeah, that's kind of what Taya Toast is known for. It was a big meme at the time when I made her. That's like an ancient meme, yeah. Alright now, let's get on with the story. Oh, hold on for just a bit. Alright, hold on for just a bit, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Alright, the blizzard howled across the battlefield in defiance. The cold didn't bother Indumati as the fire in her heart burned brighter still. The Snow Queen cast a mighty blizzard of blinding snow that reduced visibility of the battlefield and obscured Indumati's vision. And the Snow Queen and the Snow Queen then summoned her snowflake soldiers to move through the fog of ice and snow to fire icy beams. But Enemy's ears, but Enemy's ears did Enemy's ears heard their flights through the snow and sent out her luminous white bats of moonlight to intercept them. And they battled each other by shooting ice beams and moonbeams at each other, while Enemy's crescent moon bullets knocked each one of the ones that passed through all that down. The ice and cold start to form around Indumati, but the warmth of her heart melts it as she advances. The Snow Queen notices this through the cold and blinding snow and exclaims, "What? Impossible! No one's ever been able to." But the moonlit bullets start to whiz at her. The Snow Queen quickly defends with her barriers, and the bullets try to reach her, but only to crack her icy shield a bit. And the Snow Queen believes she's safe as the barrier reforms, but then the blinding light starts to shine across the battlefield through layers of magic circles and. Alright, so let me first start over with that. Then a blinding light starts to shine from the battlefield, from all across the battlefield as layers of magic circles intensify into the moonlight, into what the moon has reflected for eons, the sunlight. Then the intense mirror of multiple barriers of reflected moonlight, which Indumati decided to intensify like a giant magnifying glass, as it came down in a radiant sunbeam that was aimed towards the Snow Queen as it focused on her in a single radiant beam of light. And the Snow Queen was sure that her barriers would hold, and she remembered the sun, the one thing that defeated her long ago, because those children she had once separated called upon the Celestials to protect them, and the sun came and melted her soldiers. But surely she had gotten stronger, colder. Then the light melted her barrier like a radiant beam from a radiant red hot beam from a giant magnifying glass. By the way, hi, welcome on in, phone. And the warmth pierced through the Snow Queen's dream space, and the mirror shard loosened and started to melt under not the heat but the warmth the Snow Queen had tried to suppress and to not feel so many times in other. Alright, now let me start over. The warmth that the Snow Queen tried to suppress and to feel so many times in others, and as he tried to solve the cosmic puzzle box she was told contained the true secrets of the universe that she always tried so hard to solve by herself. The mirror shard became 80% loose, and the darkness is leaving the Snow Queen's heart and mind, and her thoughts began to race as she tightened her resolve. And the ice within became sharper, struggling to maintain control over her. Hi there, Agent Ness, what's up? Alright now, let's keep going, shall we? The Snow Queen still tried to remain strong, resolute, and icy before Indumati's growing resolve. However, the Snow Queen, seeing her defenses falter and her beautiful snow and ice melting into slush all around her, decided to charge it. On the next turn, the Snowgrave, the strongest ice magic she knew, would be unleashed. As the temperature was dropping quickly, Indumati could sense something terrible was coming. Something terrible is coming. She needed to end this quickly. The battlefield trembled under the fear of the absolute zero. The Snow Queen started shooting snowflake shots to surround Indumati, but those beautiful illusions that Indumati uses. That Indumati used those dodges, those weaves, Indumati does. But those beautiful illusions, those dodges, those weaves, Indumati does as she flies about dodging them. It's measured, precise, like Indumati's done similar a million times before. The Snow Queen sends out her soldiers while summoning magic circles to blast out freezing snowflake shots, while summoning others in front of her to launch a barrage of, icicles, while her soldiers line up to fire ice beams and hurl themselves like ninja stars in a perfect practice formation. However, despite this, the blindness, the warmth, the white-hot glow of Indumati's heart, as souls and dreams, of happy times, of playing children and in the snow, and dreams of joy and presents on the coldest nights roll around her. The Snow Queen feels a beat of something on her, sweats. Uh oh. She was actually sweating for the first time. She felt like this was the first time in a long time she had been pushed to her absolute relentless limits. However, the relentless assault struck into Molly's bat-like wings and hit her feet. Uh-oh. And then the Snowgrave, the strongest ice magic, was fully charged. The Snow Queen unleashed it as her mystic art, saying absolute zero that absorbs all heat, all life, even the warmth of love itself. Become the absolute prison of the ninth circle of hell itself. Snowgrave. The snow flowed furiously, rapidly, and enveloped Indumati in ultra-cold ice. Now. The Snow Queen panted, sweated, and sweated. She couldn't believe that she was, but was certain, smug, confident that she had won, and that nobody could escape that. That Indumati was now hers forever. Oh no, she's got yandere vibes, people. Yonder, yon. But then cracks formed in the ice. Of the Snowgrave. Alright, wait, I better restart that. But then the cracks in the ice of the Snowgrave started to form, and lights, radiant, white hot, like the warmth of the sun, the peace of the moonlight, and 1,000 gathered dreams all at once, fractured and blew away the Snowgrave. It couldn't be. Impossible. The Snow Queen was shaken in surprise at this. As Indumati came forth, the Snow Queen formed an icy sword to swing at her, but Indumati slid underneath it and swept the Snow Queen's legs, making her fall. The Snow Queen tried to reach for a wand, but Indumati knocked it aside, and Indumati's light, the light of her heart, her warmth, burned hot. Indumati didn't declare malice, no killing intent. Instead, she smiled, something the Snow Queen had forgotten long ago, as the mirror shard had long since silenced those feelings inside of her. Indumati's heart burned so hot, and with warmth, with love, with compassion, and it melted and fractured the mirror shard, causing it to fracture and to break and to disappear. The Snow Queen remembered her past, long forgotten and buried, where she had once been innocent when the first snowfall she had brought to humans made human children happy, as they played in the snow and made snow angels and threw snowballs at each other. Oh, isn't that super cute? Sort of like you guys, yeah. The Snow Queen smiled at those happy memories and cried for the first time in a long time. Her old personality had finally returned to her. The distorting reason she once saw as beautiful and wise fractured from her mind, and seeing something warmer beneath the endless. And she was seeing something warmer beneath the endless snowfall. Somewhere in her palace, the cosmic puzzle cube started to move and opened to reveal the power of love rather than even the power of love rather than even the highest of high of reason. After all, what's reason without it? And Indumati extended her hand to help her up. The Snow Queen accepted. Indumati said, "Come, your daughter is waiting. Let us stop Bloody Mary's mirror and the mirror shards before they hurt anyone else. Before they distort another heart and lead them or the rest of the world to any more madness." And the Snow Queen agreed to do so. As the warmth came for the first time in the Snow Queen's castle, the ice of the Mirror of Reason started to melt away, and all the horrible monsters made from it throughout the world by infusing the shards of Bloody Mary's mirror with the Snow Queen's magic started to melt and break away. And the last of the fragments of the mirror shard of that hateful queen, Bloody Mary, started to break away, and as the last fragment of that hateful queen, who murdered her own children before being imprisoned by the gnomes in the mirror, let out a scream into the void. And the people who were frozen by the Snow Queen thawed out, and Indumati was able to return them to their families safe and sound. including including to that one little girl who asked her to save her best friends. In the cold of winter, it seemed the cold started to not feel so bad and was truly beautiful for the first time. All right, end of story. All right now, how was that, guys? Was that wonderful? Thank you guys for listening. I highly appreciate it. You were very lovely, yeah. I love you guys a lot, yeah. All right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right now. I may have to clean things up a little bit because there were a little bit of errors and spelling mistakes. So I did have to do that just a little bit. All right now, let's go see who's on the raid. All right now, oh Rayona. All right now, let's go raid. All right now, let's go raid Ryuuna _ Let's do that. All right now, please join me in the raid if you please. Yeah, in fact, I think it will please you very much. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, give me your name. After all, your name shouldn't belong to anybody else but me. Forever and ever. It should be mine, 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 mine. Check that bottom line. Alright now, anyway. In a Moonbats raid. Let's go. Goodbye.